Welcome back to another declutter. Today we are going through my powders. As you can see, I have a ridiculous amount of powder. I cannot believe that I have this many powders. This is a collection of the powders in my everyday makeup drawer, the ones in my main makeup collection, some new ones that I recently got in PR, as well as just some other ones that are just scattered about. So I believe this is every single powder that I own. We're gonna go through here. My goal here is to get rid of at least half. I feel like I could maybe do better than that, but also that's a pretty ambitious goal for me already, so I don't want to set myself up for failure. So my goal is half. If I get rid of more, great, but I hope to get rid of at least half. I have gone through primers, foundations, and concealers, so make sure you guys go check out those videos if you haven't. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. So usually I will start off by picking a few powders or products that I am going to declutter, so we can kind of get a few of them like moved out of this overwhelming view. I will say I already have decluttered these two. This one is from Morphe. This is the Bacon Set setting powder in the shade Translucent. This is still brand new. That is the reason that I decluttered it, because I didn't want to open another powder. So I decided we're just going to go ahead and declutter this, pass that along to somebody else. So that one is decluttered. Next we have this Too Faced one. This is the Primed and Poreless Pore Blurring and Mattifying Face Powder. This is one that I tried to use a few times, but it's just not something that I really reach for a lot. So I decided that I didn't need it, and in my everyday makeup drawer video that I posted most recently, I decided to declutter it there. So this is powder number 2 that we are decluttering. Now that's the easy part. Now we'll try to get rid of a few more. So I have a lot of Jaclyn Cosmetics powders, so we're gonna have to get rid of a few of those, because all of this is Jaclyn Cosmetics, and then these are Jaclyn Cosmetics. I even have like some in packaging, so we'll have to figure that out. But I think I'm gonna wait and maybe go through a few others first. I have this powder foundation. Let's do all the pressed powders first. How about that? I have this powder foundation, the L'Oreal Infallible. This is, I'm pretty sure, something that was viral on TikTok that I decided that I needed to try. I've had this for quite a while, and it is still sealed. It's not open. And I am not really a powder foundation person anymore. I used to be, but I just don't wear powder foundation a lot. So I am decluttering this. That is going to be passed along to somebody else. I also have this one here from Charlotte Tilbury. This one I actually do really like, and I'm finally able to wear this shade again. I have this in the shade 2 medium. This is too dark for me to wear during like most of the year, but since it's summer, I'm getting a little bit of color, so this is something that is a really nice natural powder. If you need like super intense oil control, this is not going to do it for you, but I do love this powder. It has a great finish, so this one I am going to keep. Next, I have this one from Laura Mercier. This is the Candle Glow Sheer Perfecting Powder. This is in the shade 2. This is something that is absolutely beautiful. It has a nice glow to it, but I actually have never used this. This has not been touched. So instead of touching it and ruining it, I am just going to declutter this. Even though I don't want to, I want to keep it, but I feel like it's kind of similar to maybe like this Hourglass one or these Sephora ones. So because of that and the fact that I could see this being too dark for me anyway, we're gonna go ahead and declutter this and pass it along. The Hourglass one I am gonna keep. This is the Ambient Lighting Infinity Powder. This is just a nice like all over finishing powder. I don't really use this to set my makeup, more so just add a nice finish if I have a more matte look than I'm wanting, or just any situation really. Just a light dusting of this all over is really, really beautiful. I have these from Sephora collection. These are the Micro Smooth Multitasking Baked Face Powders. I actually really love this powder. I think it has a beautiful soft finish. This one is in the shade 15 Nude, and then I have the shade 25 Beige. Both of these are really nice. I definitely have used this one more. I don't know which shade I prefer, actually. I probably prefer this shade. I feel like the undertone matches my skin tone a little bit better. This one's a little bit more yellow, so I think this one matches me better. So I think I'll keep the shade 15 and I'll go ahead and declutter the shade 25. Even though I want to keep both of these because I think it's a great powder. Realistically, I don't need both because the reason I bought two is because I didn't know what shade I was. So yeah, I'll keep one, declutter one. I have a few pressed powders here from Ofra. I have this banana powder, which I don't really use a lot of banana powders. So I think I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. I've also never used this before, so it is brand new. This is just their banana powder. I'm sure it's great, but I feel like these banana powders are just a little bit too dark for me personally because I am pretty fair. This is a translucent pressed powder. This is their oil control pressed powder. I actually really like this a lot. So I have this one. I also have, let's see. Oh, this is so pretty. This is from Ofra as well. This is the Pure Glow Finishing Powder in the shade Light. I feel like this is more of a highlighter. It's very glowy, so it's not really something that I would use as a powder per se. Same with some of the Jaclyn Hill ones. They're marketed as like glowy powders. Not these ones. They're in my highlighter drawer, but I use those as highlighters. So I think I'm going to move this to my highlighter drawer. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to move this to my highlighter drawer because I'm just not too sure. So that one we're moving out of here. Oh my goodness. Well, I just dropped it. It is okay though, so anyway, back to the pressed powders. I have this one, which is also a translucent pressed powder. Let's see what else we have. These are brightening and correcting powders along with these. So let me do a little rearranging here. Okay, so I don't need both of these. I just need one. So I don't need both of these. I really just need one. So we have the Jaclyn Cosmetics and the Ofra one. I feel like the Jaclyn one I like a little bit more because it has a bit of a glow to it. I'm swatching translucent powder, so it doesn't really make sense. But I like the fact that the Jaclyn one has a little bit of glow to it. This is really great for oil absorbing if you have oily skin. But I think for me personally, I am looking for something with a little bit of glow. So I'm going to keep the Jaclyn one and I'm going to declutter the Ofra oil control one. I just got these Ofra powders in PR. These are all different. We have the brightening strawberry powder, which looks like this. We have the translucent light powder, which looks like this. Oh my goodness, that's a different color than I expected. And then we have the oil control powder, which looks like this. So these are new. I actually have an oil control powder from them, but this one is older. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter the older one that I have. This is just like a translucent oil control powder. So I'll declutter that one. And I am going to keep the new one that they just recently sent me. Then we have translucent light and translucent or brightening strawberry. I have pink? I have something else that's pink. Oh, I have this Jaclyn Cosmetics one that's pink. But you can see it's a very different pink. So I don't really know what to do here. Can I use this? Oh, let's see. Let's swatch it. I feel like this is just a little bit too dark for me. I am pretty fair, as you can tell. This is like the tannest I've been in the last couple years. I feel like these might be a little bit too pigmented for me. So I think I'll go ahead and pass both of these along while they're like brand new. You guys know how much I love Ofra. love them so much. But I really just don't need those powders. I'm trying like so hard to downsize, so it hurts me to get rid of anything from Ofra, or like a lot of these brands actually. But I feel like realistically I probably won't get a ton of use out of those. So we'll go ahead and pass them along to someone who will. Now we kind of jumped around a bit, so I'll go back to pressed powders. So I have the Brightening Fair shade, and I also have Correcting Fair, which are these two. I have these palettes, which actually have some of these shades. I think the top right shade is the same as this, and then I think the top left shade is the same as this one. I also have Correcting Light and Brightening Light. I think I'm going to go ahead and declutter both of these because they're still in the packaging and I would just rather pass them along while they're new. So both of those will be decluttered. I love the palettes. So basically she came out with these palettes first and then she did singles of the shades so that you could just repurchase a single instead of repurchasing the whole palette if you're only using like one shade a lot. So I feel like I should just keep the little palettes and not keep the full sizes, even though I want to. I feel like that's just kind of repetitive for me, and now I know that they sell these, so if I do use up a shade from these palettes, then I can move to the individual shades. So it hurts me, but I think we're going to declutter both of those as well, and I am going to keep the two palettes because I do love these. I feel like I've already kept too many pressed powders. Like, I do not need this many pressed powders. So we're gonna re-go through those. But we'll do the rest of these first. So, let's see here. A few that I want to keep. We have this hard candy one. I think this is a phenomenal. This is the Chilling Wonder Powder. It's always hard to show like how little is in here, but I think you can kind of tell. There's only a little bit left. I love this stuff. I think it's fantastic. I highly recommend it, and you can find it at Walmart. So definitely keeping this one. I'm also going to keep my La Mer powder. I really just need to use this up because this was so expensive. This is like $100, and I did not need to spend that much money on powders. So we're keeping this, but we are gonna not buy it again once I use it up. I have a Chanel powder. This is also another like really expensive bougie powder. This is the, what is this called? Natural Finish Loose Powder. That one I'm gonna keep. What else? Nikia Joy Cosmetics. This is a great powder. This is the Velvet Finishing Powder. I have it with the vanilla scent and I absolutely love it. The Hourglass powder is another really nice one that I really enjoy. So this one I also want to keep. ColourPop, I think I can get rid of this one. I don't really use it a whole lot, so I think this one I can let go. I have the Too Faced Born This Way powder. This is one that I've had for a really, really long time. Let's see, definitely longer than 12 months. I've probably had this for like 4 or 5 years. We're gonna declutter that one. I'm sure it's great. I just don't use it. This is the Pound Cake powder, the Easy Bake Loose Setting Powder from Huda Beauty. This is one, I've like used up a few of these, like the whole entire container. This is one that I really like. I haven't used it in a while, so I'm probably gonna end up swatching some of these. We have this Lancome powder, which is really pretty because it has like a bit of a glow to it. Oh my gosh, I just got way too much on my hand. But it has a bit of a glow to it. It's really, really beautiful. Definitely fits like my makeup aesthetic now, so that one's gonna stay for now. I have Laura Mercier Translucent Glow. I don't need this. It's a little too glowy for me. The Lancome one I would use over this one pretty much any day. This is just more of a highlighter, but I just don't need this much of a highlighty loose powder, so that one I'm gonna declutter. I have the regular translucent loose setting powder from Laura Mercier. This one's kind of a classic, so I'll just kind of set that in the keep pile for now. Then we have my Fenty powders. I have butter and I have lavender. Let me look at my 2 lavender powders because I have Brightening Lilac from Jaclyn Cosmetics, and I have the lavender from Fenty. So let's do a little swatchy swatch of both. Kind of see how they feel. Decision making is hard. I'm trying to decide if I want to keep the Fenty or the Jaclyn. I think I'm gonna get rid of Brightening Pink from Jaclyn Cosmetics, just because I don't really think that I need it. I just really don't. I have Brightening Light Banana, and then I have these ones. I feel like if I'm gonna use a brightening powder, I'm gonna reach for something like these. Like, this is kind of like a brightening pinky kind of color. It's kind of like a pink and a lilac. I just don't think I need either of these. Brightening lilac or brightening light banana. I don't need them. We are decluttering them. They take up a lot of space, and I just don't. I don't need them. My camera battery is gonna die, so I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do with these, and then I'll be back with you guys to re-go through all of the powders that I said that I was keeping, because we're definitely not keeping all of them. We definitely still have far too many. So as of right now, this is everything that I said that I was going to keep. This is still too many powders for me. I don't need this many. Realistically, I'd only have like a couple, like a handful, like 5 powders. I'm not quite there yet, but I did decide to declutter this powder. This is in the shade Sheer Fair. This is the Powder Move Loose Setting Powder. This is from the Jaclyn and Robin collection. I kept one shade, the darker one, but I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one just because I don't need both of these. They're pretty sheer as it is. So Sheer Fair I am decluttering, and Sheer Light I plan on keeping. So this I'm going to add to the declutter pile, but I still have too many here that I am keeping. So we're gonna be real cutthroat here. Starting off over here, okay, so I don't need this. I don't need this translucent pressed powder. It's very rare that I use a translucent pressed powder, like very, very rare, and I can just use something very sheer like the Hourglass instead. So I'm gonna get rid of the Jaclyn Cosmetics one just because I don't need this. I don't need it. I do not need it. So we're gonna declutter that. I also feel like I don't need this, only because I have so many other powders, and this is brand new, and I'd rather, again, pass it along to someone else who could get better use out of it. So, oh my goodness, my pile is overflowing. So I think we're gonna declutter that one as well. Sephora will stay, Hourglass will stay, the Charlotte Tilbury will stay. These 2 Jaclyn ones I'll keep. La Mer will stay. Lancome. Let's see. I feel like the Nakia Joy, the Huda Beauty, and the Butter one from Fenty are all pretty similar. They're all a little bit more of, I'll say, I don't want to say like full coverage because that's not the word I'm looking for, but more of like an opaque, like thicker powder. So I think I should keep one of the 3. I really like the Nakia Joy one. I love that it smells like vanilla. So I think this one is going to be a for sure keep. As far as these go, I kind of think I should declutter both of them. I think I should do it. I don't want to do it, but I think I should. So we're going to declutter both of those. And while I'm at it, I'm going to declutter the lavender one, because I've had that for so long and I have not used it nearly as much as I should have by now. So it's going. Okay, so this is already feeling a lot better. As I'm sitting here looking at these powders, I'm kind of thinking that maybe I don't need the Laura Mercier one, because I feel like this does what the Laura Mercier one does, and I'm just really liking the Nakia Joy. So I think I can declutter the translucent loose setting powder, which is a classic and feels crazy and like a little bit drastic. I think I can let this go. So that one's gonna go. Okay, I think I'm happy with this, honestly. There's still, you know, there's a lot going on here. Probably need to reorganize things a little bit. But I'm happy with this. Now let's see, I'm keeping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm keeping 12 powders, or like compacts, powders, whatever, 12. Now let's see how many I decluttered. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27. Decluttering 27 powders and keeping 12, did I say? 12. So I'm getting rid of more than 2/3. Wow. Wow. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I feel like I'll even be able to, you know, work my way through and potentially get rid of a few more over the next couple months. I don't know, we'll see. But for now, I'm really happy with this. Like, all of this is leaving my collection, which is fantastic. Also, if you can see me here, no, you can't. My hair looks crazy right now. I look a mess right now, which is why I'm filming these declutter videos at this very moment, because I don't have to be on camera, or my face doesn't. I am not presentable at the moment. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. I'm so excited. I can't wait to do setting sprays next. That's gonna be a hard one for me because I feel like, you know, you can never have too much setting spray, but you can definitely have too much setting spray. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. I love you so, so much. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.